Welcome to this podcast for Brighton School of Business and Management students studying for the Btec Level 5 courses. The focus of this unit is on the law of contract and tort and how these apply to and can impact on the business activities of organisations. As part of your studying for this unit, you will need to research and become familiar with law reports and contractual documents such as existing business standard form contracts. It is highly recommended that where possible you examine contracts used by your own organisation, talk with managers and specialists in your organisation, and also discuss the contracts and contractual issues that your organisation has. Section 1. Essential elements that you need to list and briefly explain here include offer and acceptance, intention to create legal relations, consideration, capacity and privity of contract. Types of contract you need to discuss include face-to-face, written, distance selling, exchanged by email or fax, and you also need to research how these can affect the terms and validity of the contract. For bullet point 3, the types of terms you need to analyse include condition, warranty, innominate terms, express, implied and exclusion clauses. You'll need to list and give brief descriptions of the meaning of these and discuss the potential implications of each. Section 2. For bullet point 1, you will need to describe a range of business scenarios and situations and discuss how particular elements within the contract should be applied to those situations and scenarios. On the second bullet point, you need to discuss how contracts law applies to standard form business contracts and in particular express terms, implied terms and exclusion clauses. And finally, you need to describe at least 2 different contracts and for each discuss the effect of terms such as breach of condition, warranty, exemption clauses and remedies and damages. Section 3. On the first bullet point, just as asked, you need to describe liability in tort and contractual liability and discuss how they differ. Here you need to describe what negligence is in the business sense and in doing that refer to duty of care, breach of duty, causation and remoteness of damage, personal injuries, damage to property, economic loss and occupier liability. And on the last bullet point, explain what vicarious liability is and then how a business can find itself vicariously liable, referring in particular to employer's liability and health and safety issues. Section 4. You need to describe different business scenarios and situations and explain how the elements of tort negligence can apply, then explain what defences the business can adopt to reject the charge of negligence. Describe different business scenarios and situations and explain where vicarious liability might occur, for example in cases of personal injuries, damage to property, economic loss and occupier liability. Finally, here are some websites that you will find useful when preparing this assignment. And if you need any further help or assistance with this assignment, please contact your tutor.